Hello everyone, it's me, JoeyisEpic102. Today's video is the ultimate blast-off simulator guide. Before we move on, this video has timestamps, so you may skip few parts of this video. I'll be short with everything, so the video will not take an hour. So, let's start with the basics of blast-off simulator. Blast-off simulator is about launching a rocket in the sky. We got islands that require us to fly high enough. These islands contain a minigame to complete to receive gems. Gems are used to buy permanent stuff like infinite backpacks or fuel bots. On top of that, we have in the game dimensions. There are 3 dimensions. Dimensions differentiate by different items, different islands, and themes, being only connected by gems and ranks. To change dimensions, you need to use the crystal on your pad. Furthermore, Dimension 1 gives 1100 gems, meanwhile Dimension 2 and 3 gives 1300 gems. However, I still suggest doing all of them for being fun. Lastly, we got here ranks, which simply translates into rebirths. To rank up, you need to reach Rank Up Island, which is the highest island in all dimensions. Then you have to buy Rank Up, which will restart your entire progress in that dimension, which also translates into refilling the gems in the dimension. Ranks are very limited, currently there are 20 of them. If you reach rank 20, you can no longer rank up and obtain gems. That makes gems very valuable resource that you don't want to miss and makes you want to collect all of them. If you will have any questions regarding anything in the game, you can feel free to join its official Discord server linked in description. So, once that's covered, we can move on to islands tutorial. The islands that are simple will have short explanation. You will also have timestamps on your right side for the islands. We start from the bottom and go up. In that case, let's move on with Dimension 1. Loud Obby. Chest is located here. It's the only island except Rank Up Island which doesn't give gems. If you see someone in lobby with that rocket, you can climb it onto the island. Chest contains some cash which is quite helpful when you are new. Another obby. Now there's a very neat mechanic, double jump. These obbies were in game before double jump was added. That means that with double jump, these obbies are super easy. However, I suggest doing this one without usage of double jump, unless you have too much difficulties. Passcode Island. You either type 1423 or go forward. The Maze. You just go to the chest and return. Moonlight Island. You have to pick up 20 of these and go there. Don't worry about the comet, it's just a prop and there's no time limit. That island. You just click 3 red buttons. Space Rock. You just go over there. Mars Station. This one is quite tricky. You have to make all the red buttons green and then quickly press that button. Meanwhile, the green buttons randomly will be turning red. You want to use this strategy with clicking these buttons, making the process easier. However, if you still have difficulties, you can get an autoclicker or a friend to help you. Big Rock. You just have to go here, touch this, then there and touch this, and lastly, touch this on the bottom. After that, you go back up and claim your gems. Moonberry Island. You just collect 20 of these and receive gems and a juice. That thing. You step on this, then you jump forward in game of RNG to get to another side. You want to be quick here, and you can use double jump in emergency of losing ground. Fallen Stars Island. You activate it and collect 10 of the stars. And that will be Dimension 1. However, there's one thing left, exactly Dimension 1 Easter egg. Now, Easter eggs are extra source of gems that can be used only one time, which give 250 gems each. This Easter egg in Dimension 1 is located here. You scroll down and click this button. Enjoy extra gems. Now, before we move on with the video, it's time for our sponsor, Dynamite Digs. The game was created by very famous developer Archetypal Coder, which created games such as Base Attack and Blast Off Simulator. Dynamite Digs is a simulator-like game about exploding ground to get resources. On top of that, we've got their chests, which gives you gems that can be used to buy some special stuff there. You can also do some cool stuff using explosive. This is a very fun game that you must try. So, once our sponsor is done, it's time for Dimension 2. The Zenith Island. This island doesn't contain gems, however is connected with other islands. Exactly this island introduced exclusive for Dimension 2 life orbs. You can find life orbs on all islands except rank up one. Once you collect 7 of them, you can get 700 gems as a reward on this island by inserting them here. Also, life orb on this island is located here. Another maze. This is another maze, however we got here these things which simply teleports you back if you touch them. Also, life orb is located here, and even though location of this life orb has been reported countless of times as a bug, you obtain it like this, which is intended way. The Boring Trees Island. You just get these and give to trees. Life orb is here. The Cave of Eye. This is one of more interesting islands. Basically we go down, enter this room, and that giant triangle will start destroying platforms. You have to touch all of these crystals and return to claim gems. If you fall to the lava, you lose all progress on the island. Life orb is located here. Now, before we move to another island, in the Cave of Eye we got the Dimension 2 Easter egg. It's located here behind that wall. To claim it, you have to talk to the cave bug. UFO Repair Island. On this island you got to pick up these 3 items and get them to the UFO. You repeat that 5 times and UFO is fixed. And after very long animation, you can claim your gems. Also, life orb is here. Moonlight Obby. Another obby, but here you don't have double jump. That's quite easy obby with stages. Once you complete it, don't forget to pick up the life orb and enter the orange area to gain back double jump. Space Cannon Island. You just load this into cannon 7 times, then you choose any of these 3 options, watch the spectacle and then claim gems. Life orb is on the top of the cannon. That will be everything about Dimension 2. Let's move on to Dimension 3. Dimension 3. Difference between Dimension 3 and other dimensions is that it gives you 130 gems per chest. Not 100 like in Dimension 1 or 2. Crystal Pit Island. It's all about just dropping the crystals into the pit. You can get their special pushing tool, which makes dropping the crystals easier. Space Piece Island. You collect 20 of these and claim reward here. Important to say is that if you collect one of group of these, you get 3 pieces, not 1. Also on top of this island, you can find group of 5 pieces hanging out. Code Breaking Island. Now that's probably the most complicated island in all of Blast Off Simulator. The codes are randomized every time it's guessed, so there's no answer for them. However, I can give you some tips how to break in. First of all, we got 3-digit code. The code cannot have double of the same number, so there are no codes like 111. When you are breaking these codes, you want to pay attention what color in which order the number gets. For instance, if you click 1, 2 and 3, and 3 will be green, that means that the number 3 is going to be last in our code. Now we know that the code is XX3. So, because when we clicked number 1 and it was red, then we know it can't be first. And because we got 3, we know that it can be third. With this method of elimination, we know that number 1 goes in the middle. And the first number is going to be number 2. So our code will be 213. You can also use method where you just try to make the code in order, ignoring everything that goes green when you have empty space between. Trying to get the first number of the code, then second one, then third one, and so on. Also, after 5 digits code, we got 6-digit code, which lead us to another chest. This chest will give us 130 gems and is not an Easter egg, it simply gives us extra gems. The last island had the longest explanation. Let's go with easier stuff now. KUBAE Island. On this island, you'll need someone to help you. You can either ask someone for help in-game, you can ask one of your friends to help you, or you can join official Discord server for Blast Off Simulator and ask somebody there. You'll want to go forward and complete 3 stages. Meanwhile, your friend will open you doors. He'll have cameras to see where you are and when to open doors. After that complete, you can claim the chest. You should also help that person get gems who helped you if he didn't claim them yet. Portal Maze. You just follow this path, you step on red pads to be teleported to blue pads. You need to follow correct path and make sure to enter correct portals. The Grub Island. You want to talk to them, then collect these things. Best use this strategy shown here. And once you think you have plenty of it, step here and wait for the grub juice to fill the tank. Once its level is 100 or more, then you talk again to grubs and claim your useless gems. This is what they say, not me. Copycat. On this island you want to activate these and look at what color it will give. Then you'll want to step on the colors in the correct order. If you succeed, then you'll get 1 star. You need 3 stars to unlock gems. If you fail on one, then you'll lose 1 star. I suggest either remembering colors or try to memorize the path if that makes sense. If that doesn't help or you have issues, you might try writing the colors on the paper or even recording what colors it gives and then playing video back to get the colors right. There is no time limit to complete it after activation. Light pads. You just step on these pads to activate them. There's a time limit to do it. You'll have enough time to complete it without any issues, but simply do not stop for a while to text with someone or walk away from the game for a while. There's also invisible floor, so you don't need to be scared about falling down. For Island, you have to activate 8 of these lasers, and then go to the center to claim gems once the core disappears. And that will be everything for this video. Remember that if you have any questions regarding Blast Off Simulator, you can feel free to ask them in the official Discord server linked in description. Remember to give a try to Dynamite Digs as well. Also, in the end screen, you'll be able to check out how to get Easter Egg in Dimension 3. It's Easteregg 5, 6, 1, 1. Out!